Well, that's a very, very interesting question. The question of Michael Jackson with MTV, because if you recall now, it's ironic because Bob Pittman, when I started my company with Time Warner, the joint venture, Bob Pittman was the one running my company. Um, 1990 we started. Um, uh, and I remember back when Bob said would speak about the inception of MTV, and he'd say, "I think people want to see rock and roll as much as they want to listen to it." And so, what do you mean? He says, "Well, I've got seven VJs. All of the content is provided as promotional the tools, so that doesn't even cost any money." And I said, "How do you know you need seven VJs?" He said, "Because we're smart, and if it's too many, we'll have five next week. If it's not enough, we'll have nine." And he developed a budget, came up with a budget to take to the Warner board. They threw him out, and Steve Ross pulled him around the corner, gave him 50, and said, "Go do it." And there's nothing else to talk about. It just kept. It became the mantle of the youth culture. Now I saw Tom Preston the other night, and Sykes and all those guys. It's from the Viacom. It's huge. Um, but in the beginning, it was clearly one of this editorial policies was no black music. It was only rock and roll. And if you remember the hassles with Rick James, Super Freak was trying to get on there. And I remember we went down at Warner Brothers Villa with Steve Ross from who just finished Michael, and it got resolved down there. He said Michael was going on, and so Billie Jean beat it, and especially Thriller. In a way, Michael and MTV rode each other to glory. I mean, really rode each other to glory because the videos standard has not changed since then. Britney Spears does the same thing. Madonna does the same thing. The foundation, the template was laid back then. I remember John Landis had a 10 camera shoot on Thriller. I remember the night he shot it. Just the energy and the song didn't make sense to anybody until the video was made because we got a lot of weird stuff on there. Vincent Price, the king of of terror. Doing the Edgar Allan Poe type rap in the middle of a pop record like that, and people say, "What?" And it was a year and a half after the record came out before we released Thriller. It was a 14-minute video. It's insane. And it was received like a feature film almost all around the world. It's exciting.